I mean, sometimes I don't know what to do with the rage at this, the injustice of it, the unfairness of it. When we have a Prime Minister who will spend £850 on a roll of wallpaper, and that's the thin end of the wedge. And then we have our public sector workers who've not forgotten what it means to be a public servant. And I have to say, the people at the top do seem to have forgotten what that is. A lot of renters in Brighton and Hove are putting 70% of their earnings to pay their rent, and that's basically working to survive. We know public sector wages, it's been a cut. The average public sector worker is between £5,000 and £8,000 down a year, on pre-austerity levels, on 10 and 12 years ago. We know people's energy bills are going up 2 to 3 times. We know that petrol now, it's double the cost to fill the tank of an average car. Many of our members who are working are going to be in fuel poverty. So, for example, I am shocked that by the end of the year, the projected price cap will put my family in fuel poverty. Another one, I am terrified about winter. My mortgage interest rate repayment has increased by £300 a month in 3 months, and food costs are increasing. People not washing as often, people not driving as often to visit, relatives. And it just goes on. And I think what's really shocking is that these testimonials are from people who are working. These are people who are working in local government, doing essential jobs and delivering essential services, and they're getting to the point where they can't live with basic dignity. Tell us a bit about the kind of people you're seeing using the food bank and if that's changed.
Yeah, I think we're seeing obviously a lot more. We were averaging about 86 clients last year, and that was a 30% increase. And we're over 105, 110. So we're seeing about 150 people a week. So dramatic increase. We're definitely seeing not just people on benefits, we're seeing people who are actually working. So we get quite a few nurses that come to the food bank. And people who've got a job say, can we still come to see you until we've stabilised our position? So I think it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs, but I think we're going to see more of that, and we're going to see more of that in September when we get bigger energy crisis coming to us. Everyone's just a few months away from potentially coming to this building. So we want to make our clients feel loved and cared for, give back their self-esteem. We get a lot of clients who are apprehensive and nervous about coming here, never visited a food bank in their life, never thought they would do. And we should say to them, at some time in your life you can give, and sometimes you have to receive, and this is your time for receiving.
What do we need to live with dignity? We need food on the table, we need to be warm and comfortable, and a roof over our heads. And if any one of those things, if wages don't meet that, if working full time you still can't afford to live with dignity, then something's gone really, really wrong. I'm really clear, and so is Brighton Hove City Council, the administration, they're really clear. We need more money from central government. Local government and local authorities have been absolutely starved of resources and cash, just as the demand for those services are going up. This has put immense pressure on, public sector workers like the thousands that we represent in our branch. And it has to come from there, because we're getting to the stage where, we're going to have to trade off decent wages with losing people's jobs, and potentially then with services being lost. So there is nothing left to take from local government coffers.
The cost of living crisis is the biggest challenge we've faced in a generation. Struggling families are having to choose between eating and heating. And poverty is a choice made by the powerful. And this crisis is down to choices. Choices made by the government in Westminster. And unlike that government, fighting the cost of living crisis and dealing with the cost of living crisis is UNISON's #1 priority.